Morning students, our 10th chapter name is human occupations. Here given the activity and here given the one picture at second picture and third picture, and related to these questions here given the related to this picture here given the questions. What are the cow and the buffalo's picture A doing? Second question, what is being obtained picture B? What is happening the milk collection center picture C? In picture D, what will be transported? Where would be the tanker be going? Which products are seen in the picture E? From what have this product been made? What else is happening in picture E? Out of the product shown in picture E, which product do you use? What would be the main difference between milk and milk product? Do this product perish quickly like a meal? Then explanation. All the above pictures are related to rearings of the domestic animal, obtain milk from them, selling milk, processing milk at the processing centers, making ghee, butter, cheese, Srikhand, paneer, milk powder, etc. from the milk, selling them the market. This work is carried out of different level. Man undertakes all the activity to satisfy in his own needs. We classify this activity based on their nature and the product they yield. Now look at the picture again and answer the following questions. That means all above the pictures, that means this picture and this picture. In these pictures the rearing of domestic animals, rearing means to संगोपन किंवा आपण पाळणे म्हणतो की नाही. Obtain the milk from the selling milk, that means obtaining milk from these animals, selling milk, processing milk, milk processing centers, making ghee, butter, cheese, Srikhand, paneer, milk powder etc. from the milk, selling them to market. म्हणजेच हे सगळे प्रोडक्ट आपण दुधापासून काय करतो, तयार करतो. अँड मॅन अंडरटेक ऑल ॲक्टिव्हिटी सॅटिस्फाय हिज ओन नीड, आणि त्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीपासून तो काय करतो, आपले नीड्स कंप्लीट करतो. वी क्लासिफाय द ॲक्टिव्हिटी ऑन द बेसिस of the nature and product they yield. Now look at the picture again and answer the questions. These questions we will take in the activity time. Then we carry many activity to fulfill our needs. We have the many occupations, industries, trade, etc. Some of the activities are directly dependent on nature. It means the product obtained in activity are obtained directly from nature. Cow and buffalo are animals, we domestic them. See picture A, we get milk from them. Therefore the occupation is directly dependent on nature. Such occupations which are dependent on nature are called as the primary occupations or animal husbandry. In the fulfill our needs, we have many occupation, industry, trades, etc. Some activity are directly dependent on the nature. That means some activity directly dependent on the nature. It means the product obtained this activity are obtained directly from nature. Then cow, buffaloes are animals. We domestic. That means this is the domestic animals. In picture A, we get milk from them. That means we milk from them. Therefore, occupation is directly dependent on nature. Such occupations which are dependent on nature is called as the primary occupation. Occupations. That means the occupation which are directly dependent on the nature, this is called as the primary occupations. So you understand what is the definition of the primary occupations. First here given the example of primary occupations: animal husbandry and fishing. Then some of the products obtained from the primary occupations are called as are used directly, while other are used after making some changes in them. Now see the picture E. In this picture, the milk is being processing after the bringing it to the dairy. that is the product obtained from nature is processed and made into different products. These products are more durable. This quality has enhanced too, and therefore their price is also higher. Example: Srikhanda, butter, cheese, and milk powder are processing from milk. This processing is industrial activity. Industries are based on raw material, more durable goods, and produced in industries. The raw material supplied the industries is obtained from nature, that is from primary occupation. Occupation dependent on primary occupation are called as the secondary occupations. The occupations which are the directly dependent on the nature, this is called as the primary occupation. But the some product obtained from the primary occupation, they are used directly, while other are used for the making some change them. And now see picture. In this picture, milk is being processed. That means milk is a natural product, and we are doing the doing the change in it, and from the milks we get the different product as like Srikhanda, butter, cheese, and milk powder. And so this process is industrial activity. That means in this process we use the industrial activity. Industry in the industries there were the raw material used in these more and get the more durable good product and obtained from the nature. That means raw material supplied from industries is obtained from nature. That means this is dependent on the raw materials. From the primary occupation dependent on the primary occupation. That means the occupation which is dependent on the primary occupation, this is called as a secondary occupations. Here given the example Srikhanda, butter, cheese, milk powder. Now look picture C, D and F. We see milk collection and sale of the milk, transport of the milk, sale of the milk product respectively. All these activities are related to product of the primary and secondary occupations. Many a time these occupations provide complementary service to other two occupations. Such occupations are called as a tertiary occupation. That means in the picture C, D and F, you will see milk collection and sale of the milk. That means the collection of milk and sale of the milk, the transport of milk and sale milk product respectively. That means the in this C, D, F picture C, D, F, in this process the collection of milk, sale of milk, transport of the milk and sale of the milk product respectively. That means the occupation which is, that means the activity is related to primary and secondary occupations. Many times these occupations provide complementary service. That means these are the these occupations provide the complementary service to other two occupations. Such occupations is called as a tertiary occupations. The occupations are complementary all the other occupations. These occupations are also called as a service occupation. That means here the in the tertiary occupation there were the collection of milk, transport of milk, then sale of the milk. These occupations are also called as also service occupations. These included transport of goods, loading, unloading of the goods and sales of goods. Then now look at the picture E. Here you can see the person testing the prepared milk product. This person is testing the quality of the product. To do the work in person must have some special skill. This is also type of service, but this service is not an ordinary one. It is required special experts, and therefore such service is called as a quaternary occupation. That means in the picture E, there were the person who was testing of the milk product, and that means the person is testing of the quality of this product, and do this work, is person must have some special skill. And this person is a ordinary person? No, this is a expert in this field and required special expertise, and therefore such service is called as a quaternary occupation, and this is also known as the quaternary occupations. Now all these services are directly related to the primary and secondary occupation. For example, those are diver, gardeners, policemen, this postal service extra. That means this all these occupations are the dependent on this primary and secondary occupation. This is how the classify of human occupations. Different occupations are practiced in different countries of the world. Those occupation economic transactions occurs within the countries and between the various countries. These transactions decide two countries' production of various goods and their annual income. This term is used to decide the extent of the country's development. That means, observe figure 10.3. This pie chart shows the percentage of manpower engaged in various occupations in the countries of the Bangladesh, United Arab Emirates and Turkey. Each pie chart shows the percentage of primary and tertiary occupations. Answer the following questions on the basis of this pie chart. That means here given the pie chart of the Bangladesh, United Arab Emirates and Turkey. In this first picture, that means the this is the how classify human occupations. That means the classification of occupations in different occupations are practiced in the different countries. That means in different countries the occupations are the different in the world. These occupations economical transactions occurs within the country and within the various countries. That means the transaction occurs in the within the country and between the various countries. This transaction decide two countries' production of various goods and their annual incomes. That means this is the show that this transaction decide two countries' production and their goods their annual इन्कम. म्हणजे प्रोडक्शन काय करतं त्या कंट्रीचं काय दाखवतं ॲन्युअल इन्कम दाखवतं. दिस इज टर्म इज यूज्ड डिसाइड टू एक्सटेंट ऑफ द कंट्रीज डेव्हलपमेंट. इन द फिगर 10.3 here given this pie chart show percentage manpower engaged in various occupation in the countries of Bangladesh. In the primary occupation there where the color is blue and various occupation manpower engaged in a large scale of this primary occupation. Then secondary and third is tertiary. Less people who is engaged in the tertiary occupation. Then United Arab Emirates, the green, that means the large scale of the peoples engaged in the tertiary occupations. Then secondary and less quantity of the people engaged in the primary occupations. And in the Turkeys there were the largest scale of the peoples which is the engaged in the tertiary occupations. Then in the next secondary and then primary is equal. Then here given the percentage of manpower engaged in the various occupations. Some countries. Which country has more manpower engaged in the primary occupations? Which countries? The Bangladesh is, and Bangladesh country has more manpower engaged in the occupations. Then next questions. Which country has more manpower is engaged in the secondary occupations? That means here, that means the Turkey's country, that means Turkey has more manpower engaged in the secondary occupations. Which country has more manpower engaged in the tertiary? Also Turkey is the engaged in the more manpower engaged in the tertiary occupation. Which country has almost equal manpower engaged all the occupations? That means in this Turkey there are primary, secondary and tertiary are the equal manpower engaged in these three occupations. Country which have more manpower engaged in tertiary activity are considered to be the developed country, while countries which have more manpower engaged in the primary activity are considered to the developing countries. That means the which countries the manpower which is engaged in the tertiary, more manpower engaged in the tertiary occupation, this is called as the developed. म्हणजे ज्या कंट्रीची जास्त मॅनपॉवर एंगेजड असते टर्शरी ऑक्युपेशनमध्ये त्याला काय म्हटलं जातं डेव्हलप्ड कंट्री. दॅट मीन्स द अमेरिका आल्सो known as the developed country. Then United Arab Emirates, then and which have more manpower engaged in a primary activity, primary occupation. That means in our India म्हणजे ज्या ह्याच्यामध्ये प्रायमरी ऑक्युपेशनमध्ये मॅनपॉवर एंगेजड असते त्या कंट्रीज काय असतात डेव्हलपिंग, म्हणजे आपण मराठीमध्ये काय म्हणतो त्याला विकसनशील. आणि हिअर गिवन द एक्झाम्पल बांगलादेश अँड सेकंड एक्झाम्पल गिवन दी आवर इंडिया इज डेव्हलपिंग कंट्रीज. Why are our India is known as the developing country? Because in our countries there more manpower engaged in the primary activity, and so this, because of this our country considered to be the developing country. You understand? Thank you.